Hello. Today, signs that you're going to be getting married soon. And even more importantly, I'm going to tell you how to get this law of attraction thing to actually start working. Because, you got to do something, right? It's not just, I was a good little boy or I was a good little girl and God's going to pick me because I was so good. There's something to this. You are manifesting equipment, my friend. Your body and your mind are manifesting equipment. You're a master and you didn't even know it. I'm going to tell you how to get this party started. But let's get to these signs. Let's talk about these signs and then I'll relate how the signs play in to what it is that you need to be doing as I'm going along. The first one is you're always visualizing being married to this person. Now think about it. That's like the number one thing that you always hear law of attraction teachers talking about, doing visualizations. Well, why? Because you're trying to trick your internal space into this condition, this state that's going to be a match to what it is that you want. To quote Dr. Joe Dispenza, when you change your personality, you change your personal reality. You are reprogramming in such a way so that you actually trick your subconscious mind into believing that it's actually happening. So do the visualizations and do them a lot. And if you're already doing that, you're well on your way, my friends. And again, like I've told you in past videos, I've done this kind of stuff, guys, and it worked incredibly well. Next, you are now open to the idea of marriage. Maybe you used to not really think it was for you. It sounded like something that old fuddy-duddies do. It's not for you. You're a free bird. You don't want to be tied down. Well, that's all changed. You kind of like the idea of getting married, having a family, having a beautiful wedding, and living out your life with this special person. Number three, you don't really have a desire to play the field anymore. You see, you're in settle down mode. Again, why are these indicators that you're going to be getting married soon? Because you're changing your internal space. It's changed so much that before long, your outer world is going to be a match to your inner reality. You literally feel like you're already married, basically. That's really how this works. So, of course, you're not going to have a desire to play the field. Next, you are talking to their family. So, you guys, whoever this person is, maybe you have some contact with their family. Whether they like you or not doesn't really matter. But that's kind of the thing that comes with the territory, isn't it? You're going to be getting to know the in laws, you're going to be getting married to them. Of course, you have contact with their family. They know who you are. They like you, they dislike you, vice versa. Doesn't matter. But that's going on. That's a big step, guys, to be in contact with this person's family. Big step. You don't just go meet their family on the first date or the second date or even after a month. I mean, it could be 6 months to a year before it's time to meet the family. Well, if you've already done that, that's a pretty big indicator, guys. You've accepted this. This is your state now. This is your life now. Next, you suddenly like engagement pics. Maybe you used to look at engagement pics and they left a bad taste in your mouth. You thought, that's not for me. It just kind of makes you sick to your stomach to think about. No, not anymore. You see engagement pictures and you think, what a cute couple. You're happy for them. And it's not going to be very long before you're making your own engagement pics. This is what I'm saying, guys. Like, you're not even having to think these things through. They're just kind of happening organically. You notice that your tastes have changed. Your likes and dislikes have changed with regard to long-term relationships. The universe Guys, it's called the law of attraction. The universe, it must match your internal state. If your internal state is changed, the universe must match it. It's the law of attraction. Next, the fights that you have with your partner are very civil. I mean, maybe they used to be big blow ups. I don't know. But they're more little tips now. You guys kind of know each other's buttons inside and out. So the fights are like play fights. It isn't a big deal. It's not this big emotional blow up, and you don't even perceive it that way. It's just kind of part of the situation. It's part of the relationship. You guys, you know each other so well that when there is a fight, it's not really a fight. Right. So your personality, it's like it's embedded. This person and your personality, those two things are embedded together. You know this person so well. They're like an extension of you to the point where when you guys fight, it really isn't any big deal. You know the rules and you don't have to second guess yourself. That's why this is one of the signs. Number 7, boundaries are dissolving. So, in other words, maybe money, right? Like, hey, I'm short of cash right now. Payday is on Friday. Do you got an extra $50 that I could borrow? And they're like, yeah, here. They just give it to you. They're, right? You mutually share everything. Your car is in the shop. Can I borrow your car? Sure, come on over if you can get to their house, or they'll come pick you up. But this mutual sharing of things, you go over to their house, they come over to your house without asking. It's a relationship, right? You just show up, or vice versa. They bring dinner too, or vice versa. It's a cooperation. There aren't really boundaries. I mean, maybe for some people, they still like to roll like that. They like to keep their finances separate, and that's what works for them. But what other examples can you think of here? So you see, there's this energetic combining of two people that's going on. Do you kind of see how all of these things are working together, all of these signs? Guys, it's close. If you're living like this with your partner, it's almost time. You can expect them to pop the question soon. You feel me? The last sign, you're good on your own. You accept their limitations. So, in other words, it's not up to your partner to make you feel a certain way, and they don't expect it of you either. You know that you would be good on your own. There's nothing they can do to make you feel loved or make you feel whole. You feel that way on your own. You're good. You don't need them, but they're there. They're in your life. This is a very important one, guys, because when you get into the space of needing, the universe is going to match that. It's going to give you the experiences of needing over and over again. You're going to be put in a position of need over and over again. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be in that position, my friends. You want to be in the position of having, of I am. Now, let's talk about some things you can do to speed this process along. Maybe you're not getting these signs. Maybe you don't think you're anywhere near getting married. I got just the thing, guys. Here's the thing about the law of attraction that people don't understand. Consciousness is the causative force, not thinking and not emotion. Thinking and emotion are things for you to focus on, but therein lies the key. The focus, consciousness, focus, awareness, attention. What do all those words have in common? Right? Well, it's who you are beyond the body. Consciousness, focus, awareness, attention. Those words are all kind of synonymous with each other. So there's the thinking mind, and then there is awareness of the thinking mind. That's who you really are beyond the mind. Think about it. No pun intended. Have you ever said to yourself, there's thoughts and feelings going on. Why am I thinking these things? Or why am I feeling this way? Well, who's asking? Who's asking? How can there be awareness of thinking and emotion? What is awareness? Right. It's the soul. It's who you really are beyond the mind. That's always going to be step one. Anybody's manifesting journey, that's always going to be step one. It's the spiritual component, and it's not just a component. You see, here's the thing, guys. Everybody believes themselves to be a personality, an ego mind, a collection of stories and narratives that we tell ourselves constitute our very identity. How can you reprogram your subconscious mind if you believe that you are that? Watch this. All of my law of attraction students, I have them start with this book. Eckhart Tolle is the modern day Buddha. The name of the first chapter of this book is called You Are Not Your Mind. This is key. This is everything. Consciousness is who you really are. If somebody walks up to you on the street and tells you, hey, nice to meet you, tell me about yourself, you would give them a story, a history of who you are, right? You tell them what you do for a living, whether you got a family, a relationship, right? Maybe your political beliefs, your hobbies, stuff like this, likes, dislikes, places you've been, whatever, right? It's a story. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. That's just what that is. But that's not who you are. This is the key component that the elite have always wanted to hide from you, right? So the art of the law of attraction, it's ancient, guys. It's so secret that the so-called world's elite want to hide it from you. This book right here, when this book first came out, they wanted to ban it. That's not good. Guys, this is sacred knowledge. And what's silly about it is it's not very hard to figure out. I don't know why they try to hide it. It doesn't make any sense. You are a spiritual being beyond the mind. It's consciousness. It's not thinking. It's not emotion. So that's step one. Step two, of course, guys, reprogram the thinking, reprogram the emotions, cause yourself to feel what it is that you want. I'm going to give you some more resources. So there's those books. There's also a free 20-minute masterclass. I'll link it down below for you. Go check it out. It's called How to Get the Law of Attraction to Work, where I go in depth a little bit more on these things. There's also my paid coaching program. It's called Manifest Your Dream Life. It's available on my website. I'll link it down below for you. Get started today, guys. Remember that you are so powerful. All it takes is your willingness to reprogram all of the negative thinking, all of the self-limiting talk. You can have all the abundance that you desire, all the love that you crave, and the health that you deserve. It's all yours if you only just allow yourself to believe it. Reprogramming who you believe yourself to be, reprogramming that mask. That's the secret. But the real secret is your consciousness. Thanks for watching.